Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on the purchase of your JAYFLIGHT SLX 245 RLS travel trailer. Got a big cool trailer here. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things taken into consideration. I've already opened up your slide to talk about having room for your slide. Get a good eye for that. You'll know how much room you need for that to come in and out unhindered. Preferably nothing hanging over top of it, and then leave yourself a nice walking space. I also want you to think about where your water and power connections are going to be. Your city water or park water is going to be toward the front of the unit, on your off camp side or your driver's side of your tow vehicle, and your power is going to be all the way at the rear on your off camp side or your driver's side of your tow vehicle. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive and unhook your hitch, first thing you can do is level your unit. Now, a unit this long, I do recommend close up your slide, measure out the middle of your unit, put a stick on level there. Have someone keep an eye on that while you come to the front and either bring down or up your power stabilizing jack. Do you have a night docking light should you arrive at night? And there is a hand crank should you lose power over right underneath that rubber stopper. Speaking of power, check your battery terminals when you arrive. Make sure those haven't wiggled loose. Got your unit level. Next thing you can do is stabilize it. Now, 4 corners of your unit, you got these stabilizing jacks. 3/4 inch hand crank here. Put that on and run these down. Now, as I run these down, I'm talking about stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt, debris, hot blacktop in the summer. Better distribute the weight, and really just a really good investment. Grab a 4-pack of those from our store with your 10% off coupon. Put them down. Run these down just until they're taut, just until you've got a little pressure here on your jack. Once them are nice and tight, remember these are stabilizing jacks, not leveling jacks. So you already got unit level, you just want to get it stable. Get all 4 corners down, level and stable. Now we can hook up our power and water. All the way at the rear of your unit, you do have a 30 amp cord. Conveniently stores inside here. Big long cord. When you're done, just shove it back in, close this up. At the end of that 30 amp service, should you need to plug in at home, there's a 30 to 110 adapter. Got your power hooked up, let's hook up our water. The city water connection is up here by the shower. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Always use this when putting water into your fresh water or black tank flush. Or not fresh water, to your city water or black tank flush. Hook that up, hook your hose up. We don't turn our hose on yet. Let's go find your hot water heater. So over on your campsite, just to the left of your doorway, is your hot water heater. All we are doing at this point is making sure our drain plug's back in there nice and tight. Once that's back on there nice and tight, you can go ahead and turn on your water from at the hose. After it's been on a while, go inside, open up your hot water tap. Once you get water out of there, it won't be hot yet, but once water's coming out of there, you know all the pressure's been relieved and your hot water heater is full and you can turn it on from indoors. Now let's say you're going dry docking. You're not going to use the city water connect, you're going to use potable water. Back here by your power, is your potable water. Simply fill this with a hose. No need for a water pressure regulator. 2 ways to tell when it's full. 1, there's an overflow valve here. 2, you can go inside and press your fresh water button. That'll tell you how full the tank is. Just remember, when using the potable water is when you're going to want to turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump when using city water. It's already pressurized. All right, we're all set up to camp. I'm going to go ahead and walk you around the rest of the unit before going inside. Here on the back rear corner of your off campsite cable, your power, your potable water. It's a low point drain for your potable water. Your slide, of course. Over here is going to be your black and gray holding tanks, dump in one spot. And then your other low point drains for when you're hooked up at city. City water connect, an outdoor shower. Your black tank flush, we'll talk about that when leaving the campsite. Stabilizing jacks and pass-through storage. Your propane is on a regulator. It's pointed toward the tank you wish to be using. Lefty loosey to open these and turn these on. There's a cover for your propane where you can access your handles by going through here. Your pass-through storage with your pitchwork. Your awning with speakers in the end of your awnings, which is nice because it points down toward your campsite instead of out of everyone else's campsite. Your hot water heater. It's prepped for a TV out here. You can hook it onto here. Cable set in 110 out here for that. That is a hood vent for your microwave. Then you have this storage here. Lastly, around the back, your spare tire with a cover. This is a flue for your microwave. For your furnace. If you're running your furnace, steer clear of that. It'll get rather warm. Your backup camera already on there. And your ladder to go up and check your seams. I recommend a couple times a year. Go up there and caulk as needed. Maintain the roof is going to maintain a lot of the lifetime of your trailer. Let's come inside now. Get out of that wind. Alright, what I'd like to mention first when coming inside the unit, at the entry doorway is your fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway in case of an emergency. Also, as soon as you come in the door, down toward the bottom, is your 12 volt carbon monoxide propane detector. And the reason I mention it's 12 volt is it's always running off your battery. So if you're going to be gone for the day, nothing charging your battery, disconnect one of your battery posts to keep this from running your battery down while you're gone. On the wall right here at the entry doorway is your thermostat. We will turn on your air. And there's the air conditioner kicking on. Let's change this to the furnace. Now what you will know is the air conditioner shut off quickly. Furnace just kicked on. Now when you shut the furnace off, you'll hear the furnace fan running for a few minutes before that shuts off. To the left as you come in, your battery, this is where you check all your levels. Your fresh tank, that's one I said you can hold in when checking your potable water. And your black and gray tanks, keep an eye on them and dump as needed. Exterior and interior lighting. Your awning in and out. It's really windy today. I don't want to run that all the way out. I will run it a little bit out to show you that it does work. See the wind kind of moving it as we speak. So I'm going to run that back in. And here's your slide control. I'll show you how that works when we bring our slide in when we're leaving. Coming into your kitchen, your Nordic cold fridge. Turn that on up here. So whatever is white is what it's controlling. So let's go over here to the freezer. Freezer temperature 5. We'll go over to the fridge. Change the fridge temperature down to 4. And this last one's in night mode. This tells the fridge, hey, I'm not going to be opening and closing you so much. Could you save some power? Your self-explanatory microwave. A light and fan for your stove. Glass top makes an excellent backsplash. Turn on your panel light. Turn your burner. See it turn blue to red. Hit your spark and there's your flame. Same thing on the oven. Turn it to light here. See a little flame there. Turn it to light here. Light it with this spark. No more pilot light, and you also have an oven light. Down below your oven, access panel to your breakers and fuse box. You got a handful of 15s in there and a couple of 40s. Highly recommend having a handful of those with you when you go camping. And your sink is your paperwork and your backup camera. You have a lot of lighting throughout the unit. That's one touch. 110s here. More one touch lighting. Shut these off as I go through. Your sofa, you know, jackknifes down to a bed. Simply lift up the front. And that back will lay down. There's that bed. Lift up on the front first and then pull from the back. Now lay it back down. Your AC with quick dump. Little trick when you arrive at the campsite, it's smoking hot in the summertime. When you turn on your AC, open up your quick dump, and it actually allows it to circulate the cold air, making it even colder. And then when you close this, when it blasts your AC through the unit, it'll be ice cold. Table. Simply lift up on the top. These legs remove. Set your tabletop down on these lips right here. Back cushions on top to become a bed. Prepped for a TV in here, if you do get a television. Over here where your cable goes in is this little button with a green light. Before running your digital channels scan, push that green light in. It's a digital channel enhancer. Allows you to pick up more local channels. Sound system. Turn that on here. It's Bluetooth, AM, FM, scan. See if we can get something come in here.
And eventually there were 6.
So we got dual zone. Whatever's blue is on. Now it's just on outdoors.
Cities, it's more
again,
kind of a
Bluetooth, AM, FM, DVD, CD.
Continues sort of a sense.
Hold it in to shut it off. Coming into the bathroom. Anything I want to mention in here is this is where your 110 with GFCI resets at. In the ceiling, you have a hand crank open. Exhaust fan here. Lighting's over here. In the bedroom, get a television to mount to this. Simply pull forward on this. This same mount will go on that outdoor TV stand. It's identical to this. Just put it on the top, snap it on. So you can take the same TV in here and put it outside. This is a template for techs if you ever decide to wire this entire thing solar. This is where it's prepped at. You do have more individual lighting in here. This little light switch over here is for this blue accent light. It's a lot of one-touch lighting throughout the unit. Curtains here. Just remember for travel, make sure you snap this door back. Emergency exit window. Pull this out, push that out, get out that way. Well, that about covers everything on the inside. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite now. So before we talk about your lights, your slide, you want to make sure nothing's going to hinder the slide from coming in. So specifically make sure the doors on your entertainment center are closed nice and snug. I like to come over here and shut off my interior lights. Then I can look around and see any individual lights I've left on. Put your glass top down. I think I left one back on the bedroom here. So it just makes it easier if you shut off your main light to tell which ones you left on. Now we can turn it back on and bring our slide in. Comes in rather quickly. Of course, make sure your sofa's up in a sofa position. Smoke alarm up there right above where the dinette was. It's okay to hear that noise. That's the slide keeping itself from going in too far or out too far. Shut off your lights. Exit your unit. Make sure this exterior door is all the way open before lifting up your steps. Otherwise this will catch on it. Do have adjustable feet on the steps. Simply pressing on these and that releases them. lock and deadbolt your exterior door. Turn that handle over. Bring up our stabilizing jacks. Unhook our water and our cable. The reason I stress the water first is now we're going to come around and dump some low point drains. If we're using potable water, we'll open up that one. If we're using city water, we will open up both of these valves. Once them have drained down, we're going to come back around to our hot water heater. Pull up on this pressure release valve, and that's going to drain all the water out of your hot water heater. Once that's done, go ahead and open up this. Close that up. Hook up your hitch, and head on up to the dump station. At the dump station, you can take the sewage hose, comes to your convenience pack. Hook it up here, and on this one, black handle's on the left. Pull your black handle first. It's gonna be your sewage. Just once it sounds like it's no longer draining, again, take your water pressure regulator, hook it up to this tank flush. Hook that up with the hose at the dump station with your black handle open. Run that for a good 5 minutes. That's gonna wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. Shut off your hose, close your black handle, pull your gray handle. Now your gray handle is gonna be your cleaner waters, your sinks and your showers. That's gonna clean your sewage hose out for you. You come right here to your bumper. Some of them come off easier than others. And conveniently store your sewage hose in the bumper. And head on home. Again, we thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this JAYFLIGHT for many years to come. Happy camping.